The silver beginning, the birth of moonlight. Close your eyes and let the world around you dissolve. Imagine you are standing on a wide, open cliffside, overlooking a calm, midnight ocean. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of salt and ancient stone. There is no wind, there is no noise. There is only the vast, dark velvet of the night sky above you. As you breathe in slowly, feel your body becoming lighter, as if the gravity of the earth is gently loosening its grip. Now look up. High above the horizon, the moon begins its long, slow journey. It is not just a light in the sky. It is a silent companion that has watched over the earth for billions of years. Tonight, we will follow its rhythm. We will learn the language of its phases and feel the pull of its invisible hands upon the waters of our world. The story of the moon is a story of cycles. Everything in the universe breathes in a rhythm, and the moon is the conductor of that breath. Imagine the moon as a great, silent pendulum swinging through the darkness. It does not create its own light. Instead, it is a perfect mirror, catching the distant rays of the sun and softening them into a silver glow that doesn't hurt the eyes. Think of the surface of the moon. It is a landscape of absolute stillness. There is no wind to disturb the dust, no rain to wash away the craters. Every footprint left by an astronaut, every scar from a falling meteor stays there forever. It is a place of eternal peace. As you visualize this gray, silent world, feel that same stillness entering your mind. Your thoughts are like the dust on the moon, settled, quiet, and undisturbed. Now, let us consider the first phase, the new moon. This is the moment of complete darkness. The moon is positioned between the earth and the sun, hiding its illuminated face from us. In the sky, it is an invisible circle, a shadow among shadows. This is the time of the void. It is the beginning of the cycle, where everything starts from nothing. In the darkness of the new moon, the stars seem brighter. You can see the Milky Way stretching across the sky like a river of diamonds. This phase represents deep sleep. It is the moment before the first thought of the day. It is the empty space between heartbeats. Breathe into this darkness. It is not a scary darkness. It is the protective, warm darkness of a seed beneath the soil, waiting for the right moment to grow. As the days pass, a tiny sliver of light appears on the right edge of the moon. This is the waxing crescent. It looks like a delicate silver fingernail or a bow made of light. Waxing means growing. The moon is beginning to wake up. It is gathering light, second by second, hour by hour. But the growth is so slow that if you stared at it for an hour, you wouldn't see a change. This is the beauty of the moon's rhythm. It never rushes. It doesn't try to become full in a single night. It understands that transformation takes time. Feel this patience in your own body. You don't need to reach your destination tonight. You only need to exist in this slow, waxing light. The light is thin and fragile, but it is steady. It is the first glimmer of hope in a dark landscape. Imagine the light spreading. The crescent grows wider, turning into a glowing wedge. The shadows in the moon's craters are long and deep. If you were standing on the line between the light and the dark, the Terminator line, you would see the sun rising over the moonlit mountains. The peaks would catch the light first, glowing like white embers, while the valleys below remain in total shadow. This balance of light and dark is what creates the moon's texture. It is a reminder that even in our lives, we need the shadows to see the light. The darkness gives the light its shape. As you watch the moon grow, feel your own energy becoming balanced. You are part light, part shadow, and both parts are necessary. Both parts are beautiful. The moon is now reaching its first quarter. It looks like a perfect half circle. Half of its face is brilliant silver, and the other half is dark. It stands high in the sky at sunset. This is a time of strength. The moon is halfway to its peak. The pull on the Earth's oceans is starting to change. Even now, miles away at the coast, the water is feeling the shift. Imagine the vast Atlantic or the deep Pacific. The water molecules are beginning to lean toward the moon, like flowers leaning toward a window. There is an invisible thread connecting the moon to every drop of water on our planet. As the moon grows, that thread pulls a little tighter. Can you feel that subtle pull? A gentle lifting sensation in your chest, as if the moon is helping you breathe deeper and lighter. The moon continues to swell, entering the waxing gibbous phase. The word gibbous comes from a word meaning hump or rounded. It is no longer a half circle. It is becoming an oval, bulging with light. It is almost full, but not quite. There is a sense of anticipation in the air. The night is becoming brighter. You can now see the shapes of the trees and the outlines of the hills without any other light. This light is cool. Unlike the sun, which burns, the moonlight heals. It bathes the world in a neutral silver glow that simplifies everything. Colors fade away, leaving only shades of gray and black. In this silver world, the complexities of your day don't matter anymore. The problems that seemed colorful and loud during the day are now just quiet shadows in the moonlight. Now we are approaching the peak, the full moon. The Earth is now between the sun and the moon's entire face is washed in brilliant reflected sunlight. It is a perfect glowing orb. It rises exactly as the sun sets, staying with us all through the night. It is the crown of the sky. When the moon is full, its pull on the Earth is at its strongest. This is when the tides are at their highest. The ocean rises up, climbing the beaches, filling the estuaries, reaching for the silver light. But even at its peak, the moon is calm. It doesn't struggle to pull the ocean. It simply exists, and the ocean follows. Be like the moon. You don't need to struggle to be enough. You are already full. You are already complete. Stay with this image of the full moon. See the man in the moon, the dark plains of ancient lava called maria or seas. These seas have no water. They are seas of frozen silence. The sea of tranquility, the sea of serenity. Let those names sink into your mind. Tranquility, serenity. Your breath is now perfectly synced with the tides. As the moon pulls the water, your chest rises. As the moon sets, your chest falls. You are a part of this planetary rhythm. You are a small mirror of the great celestial dance. The silver light is now behind your eyelids, soft and warm. You are ready to transition from the light into the deeper cycles of the night. The pull of the tides, the great breath of the ocean. Close your eyes again and imagine you are no longer on the cliffside, but standing right at the edge of a vast, sandy beach. The sand beneath your feet is cool and damp. The sun has long since set, and the full moon we spoke of earlier is hanging high, casting a shimmering silver bridge across the surface of the water. This bridge of light seems to lead directly to you. Now, listen. The ocean is breathing, in and out. The waves don't just hit the shore, they follow a command that comes from hundreds of thousands of miles away. It is an invisible dance between the moon and the water, a celestial tug-of-war that has never stopped for a single second in 4 billion years. As you stand here, feel the immense scale of this movement. It is slow, heavy, and unstoppable. Gravity is an invisible thread. Imagine billions of these threads reaching down from the moon's silver surface, hooking into every molecule of the ocean. The moon doesn't just look at the Earth, it feels it. It pulls at the Earth's skin, and because the water is fluid, it responds. The ocean bulges. It rises like a slow, liquid mountain toward the sky. This is the high tide. Think of the millions of gallons of water, from the deep, dark trenches to the sunlit surfaces, all leaning together in one direction. There is no effort in this movement. The ocean doesn't struggle against the moon. It surrenders. It flows. As you listen to this, let your own tension surrender. Just like the ocean, let your muscles soften and lean into the support of your bed. You are being pulled into rest by a force just as certain as gravity. Now, imagine the Earth slowly turning. As the Earth rotates, different parts of the world move under the moon's gaze. On the beach where you stand, the moon is beginning to move further away toward the horizon. The invisible threads start to loosen. The height of the water begins to slide back. This is the low tide. Watch as the water retreats, exposing the wet ribs of the sand. It leaves behind small treasures, glistening shells, tangled ribbons of green seaweed, and smooth pebbles that have been polished by 1,000 years of tossing. The retreat of the water is a quiet, sighing sound. Shh, shh. It is the sound of the Earth exhaling. Feel your own breath leaving your body in that same long, slow sigh. The water goes back to the deep, waiting for its next turn to rise. There is a special kind of tide that happens twice a month called the spring tide. This doesn't happen in the spring season. It happens when the sun, the moon, and the Earth all line up in a perfectly straight line. Imagine the power of the sun's gravity joining hands with the moon's gravity. Together, they pull the ocean with a double force. The tides become extreme. The highs are higher, and the lows are lower. The ocean is full of energy, yet it remains silent. Even in its most powerful state, the deep ocean is still. 5 miles down, where the light of the moon cannot reach, the water is cold and motionless. Even when the surface is moving in a grand dance, the heart of the ocean is at peace. Carry that thought with you. No matter how much your mind may have moved today, deep inside, there is a place of absolute dark stillness. Now, contrast this with the neap tides. This is when the sun and the moon are at right angles to each other, pulling the water in different directions. The ocean is confused. The tides are small and weak. The water barely moves up the beach. It is a time of hesitation. Nature has these moments of indecision, just like we do. Moments where the energy is low and the path is unclear. But even in the neap tide, the cycle continues. The moon doesn't stop orbiting. The Earth doesn't stop spinning. Silence and stillness are not signs of stopping. They are signs of preparation. The water is simply waiting for the next alignment. You too are in a state of waiting, waiting for the deep, restorative sleep that will renew your spirit. Think about the creatures that live in this rhythm. The crabs that wait for the tide to bring them food, the sea anemones that open like flowers when the water covers them and tuck themselves away when the water leaves. Their entire lives are a song written by the moon. They don't have clocks or calendars, they simply feel the pulse of the water.
You are made of mostly water. Somewhere deep in your cells, you feel this pulse too. The same salt that is in the sea is in your blood. The same rhythm that moves the Atlantic is moving through you right now. You are not separate from the moon or the ocean. You are a part of this great blue spinning system. As the moon continues its slow arc across the sky, feel your heartbeat slowing down to match the pace of the deep sea currents. Imagine now the moon sinking lower toward the western horizon. The silver bridge on the water is stretching longer, becoming thinner. The light is turning from a brilliant white to a soft, hazy amber. The sounds of the waves are becoming more distant, like a lullaby hummed by a giant. The tide is going out now, far out. The beach is vast and empty. The world is waiting for the dawn, but that is many hours away. For now, there is only the wet sand, the receding water, and the fading light. You are drifting with the water. You are flowing out toward the deep, where there are no waves, no light, and no sound. Focus on the word equilibrium, balance. The moon pulls, the earth resists, the water flows. It is a perfect system of balance. Feel that balance in your limbs. Your left arm is heavy. Your right arm is heavy. Your legs are like anchors sinking deep into the soft sand of sleep. The moon has finished its work for tonight in this part of the world. It is moving on to wake up the other side of the planet, but it leaves behind its influence. The tide will come back in 6 hours, but you will be far away by then, deep in the dreamless ocean of sleep. The rhythm will continue without you having to do anything at all. You are free to let go. The moon will hold the tide. The earth will keep spinning. You can sleep.
The waning phase, the art of letting go. The peak of the full moon has passed. The world has reached its brightest point, and now it begins the long, graceful process of returning to the shadows. In our modern lives, we are often told to keep growing, to keep doing, and to keep shining. But the moon teaches us something different. It teaches us that there is a profound beauty in disappearing. There is a sacred necessity in becoming less. Waning is the word for this letting go. As the moon moves in its orbit, the sun's light begins to slip away from its surface. Night by night, a small sliver of darkness returns to the right-hand side. This is not a loss, it is a release. Imagine yourself as the waning moon. Think of all the things you have carried today, the words spoken, the tasks finished, the worries held. Now see them as light that is slowly fading from your surface. You don't need to hold them anymore. Visualize the waning gibbous moon. It is no longer a perfect circle. It is slightly flattened, slightly softened. It stays in the sky a little later each night, rising in the darkness after everyone has gone to sleep. It is the moon of the quiet hours. It is the moon of reflection. As the light diminishes, the landscape below changes. The sharp silver edges of the trees become softer. The shadows become longer and more mysterious. There is a sense of relief in this fading light. The world is no longer demanding to be seen. It is being draped in a heavy velvet blanket of blue and black. Let your mind feel that same draping sensation. Every thought that arises is simply a spark of light that is slowly dimming, turning into the cool, dark peace of the night. Think of the craters on the waning side. They are being swallowed by the shadow, one by one. The sea of tranquility is now in darkness. The sea of serenity is disappearing. As these places vanish from sight, they don't cease to exist, they simply go to rest. They are hidden away from the world's eyes, kept safe in the moon's own shadow. You have a shadow side too, a place where you don't have to be productive, where you don't have to be on. This is the part of you that is now taking over. As you breathe out, imagine you are breathing out the last of the day's light. With every exhale, you are becoming a little more like the waning moon. You are becoming simpler. You are becoming quieter. You are moving toward the center of your own stillness. Now we reach the third quarter moon. Once again, it is a half circle, but it is the opposite half of what we saw before. It is the moon of the early morning hours, often seen hanging in the sky just before dawn. It is a lonely, beautiful sight. It represents the final stage of the journey back to the beginning. In this phase, the moon is a symbol of clearing away the old. It is like a garden being cleared of fallen leaves. Imagine a gentle, cool wind blowing through your mind. This wind is the waning energy of the moon. It picks up the fragments of your day, the unfinished conversations, the little stresses, the plans for tomorrow, and it carries them away, over the horizon. You are being emptied, and in this emptiness there is a deep, profound comfort. There is nothing left to do but exist. The moon is now a thin, waning crescent. It is a fragile silver hook hanging low in the eastern sky. It is so thin that you can sometimes see the old moon in the new moon's arms, the faint, ghostly outline of the rest of the moon, lit only by the light reflecting off the earth. This is called earthshine. This dim, secondary light is very soft. It is the light of memory, the light of dreams. As you drift closer to sleep, you are entering this earthshine state. You are no longer illuminated by the bright sun of logic and reality. You are being guided by the soft, hazy light of the subconscious. The world of facts is gone. The world of feelings and dreams is beginning to glow. It is a safe place. It is a place where you can float without weight. Think of the tide again. During the waning moon, the tides are often quieter. The great pull of the full moon has relaxed. The ocean seems to settle into a deeper, more rhythmic slumber. The waves don't crash, they slide. They slide over the sand like silk over skin. Slide and retreat, slide and retreat. Your heartbeat is following this retreating tide. It is slow, it is steady. It is the only sound in the vast, quiet chamber of your body. The moon is almost gone now. It is preparing to become new again, to disappear completely into the sun's embrace. This is the ultimate letting go. It is the moment where the cycle ends and waits to begin again. In this final sliver of light, feel a sense of gratitude for the darkness. The darkness is where we heal. It is where the stars are visible. It is where the moon goes to renew its strength. You are doing the same. By letting go of the light, by allowing yourself to wane into the shadows, you are preparing your soul for a new beginning. But that beginning is far away. For now, there is only the fading silver. The moon is now just a ghost in the sky. It is a whisper of a light. And as that whisper fades, so does your awareness of the room, the bed, and these words. You are becoming one with the dark moon. You are becoming the silent velvet sky. You are letting go. You are drifting. You are gone into the deep.
The far side of the moon. Secrets of the silence. We have watched the moon grow and fade from our perspective on Earth. But now, imagine your consciousness lifting away from the sandy shores and the rocky cliffs. You are rising slowly, silently, through the cool layers of the atmosphere. The sounds of the world, the wind, the waves, the distant hum of life are falling away. You are entering the absolute silence of the vacuum. In front of you is the moon, but we are not stopping at its familiar face. We are drifting further. We are gliding over the silver horizon, moving toward the side that faces away from the earth, the far side. For billions of years, this part of the moon has looked out into the deep, infinite stars, never once turning back to see our world. This is the place of ultimate seclusion. This is where the silence is absolute.
As you arrive at the far side, notice how different it feels. There are no vast, dark seas or maria here like the ones we see from Earth. Instead, the landscape is a rugged, mountainous desert of gray dust and countless craters. It is a shield. This side of the moon has taken every hit from passing asteroids to keep the Earth safe. Think of this as your own mental shield. Your mind has a place that no one else can see, no one else can touch, and no one else can disturb. It is your inner sanctum. As you look down at the cratered surface below, feel a sense of profound protection. You are far away from any signal, any message, or any demand. There is no noise from the world here. Even the radio waves from Earth cannot reach you behind this massive wall of lunar rock. You are finally, completely unreachable. Imagine the color of this place. It is 1,000 shades of gray, from the pale, ashy white of the mountain peaks to the deep charcoal shadows of the craters. The dust is fine, like powdered silk. If you were to walk here, your footprints would stay forever, undisturbed by any wind. Visualize yourself laying down in a bed of this soft, lunar dust. It feels weightless. Because the moon's gravity is so weak, your body feels light, as if every muscle is finally being released from the heavy pull of the Earth. Your spine stretches, your joints loosen, your head feels as light as a feather. You are floating just an inch above the surface, cradled by the stillness of space. Now, look away from the moon and out into the void. Without the light of the sun or the glare of the Earth, the stars are more brilliant than you have ever imagined. They don't twinkle here. They shine with a steady, unwavering light. You see the deep violets and magentas of distant nebulae. You see the cold white fire of ancient suns. This is the true scale of existence. In this vastness, the small worries of a single day on a single planet become invisible. They are less than a grain of dust on the lunar surface. Let the scale of the universe wash over you. It is not overwhelming, it is comforting. It means you don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. The universe is holding itself together. You are just a passenger, drifting through the quiet, dark velvet of the night. There is a crater here called Aitken. It is one of the largest and deepest in the solar system. Imagine descending slowly into its depths. As you go deeper, the starlight above becomes a small circle of light, and the walls of the crater rise up around you like giant, protective arms. Inside this deep basin, the temperature is constant. The silence is even deeper, if that is possible. It is a place of total sensory deprivation. No light, no sound, no movement. This is the deep sleep of the moon. It is the state we are reaching for now. A place where the mind stops its constant chattering and simply becomes part of the rock and the shadow. You are sinking into the Aitken basin of your own consciousness, deeper and deeper, into the dark. The silence of the far side is a healing silence. On Earth, silence is often the absence of noise, but here, silence is a presence. It is a thick, cool liquid that fills your ears and your mind. It smooths out the jagged edges of your thoughts. It washes away the echoes of today's conversations. Listen to the silence. Don't try to find a sound within it. Just feel the weight of it. It is like a heavy, warm quilt being laid over you. It is the silence of things that have not moved for eons. It is the silence of the beginning of time. Your breath is the only rhythm in this entire hemisphere of the moon. In and out. A slow, rhythmic pulse in the heart of the void. In this place, time has no meaning. There are no clocks on the moon. A single day and night on the moon lasts for 29 Earth days. Everything is slowed down to a majestic glacial pace.
Let go of your need for time. Let go of tomorrow. In the shadows of the far side, there is only now. And now is a state of perfect, dark rest. You are becoming as still as the mountains of the moon. You are becoming as quiet as the dust in the craters. Your mind is now a mirror of the far side, hidden, protected, and at peace. You are drifting now back toward the edge of the horizon, but you are not going back to Earth yet. You are staying in the shadow. You are choosing the darkness. The stars are starting to blur into soft streaks of light. The gray surface of the moon is fading into a mist of sleep. You are safe in the hidden half of the world. You are tucked away behind thousands of miles of stone and silence. The world cannot find you here. The morning cannot find you here. There is only the dark. There is only the rest. There is only the moon.
The Lunar Library. Chronicles of the Ancient Light. Now, imagine that you have risen from the deep craters and found yourself standing before the entrance of a vast, silent hall. This is no ordinary building. This is the Lunar Library, the great archive of the moon. The walls of this massive hall are made of translucent blue marble, through which you can see the distant constellations of deep space. There is no artificial light here. The entire room is illuminated by the soft, blue glow reflected from the earth. There is no shouting here, no haste, and no noise. Collected within these walls is the history of billions of years. But it is not a history of wars or unrest. Here, the memories of the Earth's quietest moments are preserved. The silent awakening of mountains, the steady flow of ancient rivers, and the peaceful breath of every living being are stored here as tiny particles of light. You walk down the long corridor of this silent library. Your footsteps make no sound, for the floor is made of a material as soft and yielding as a summer cloud. On every shelf of the library, countless silver books are lined up in perfect order. These books are not made of paper. They are crafted from the cool, condensed light of the moon. You stop before a shelf and take a book in your hands. As you open it, a scene floats before your eyes, a vision of a quiet forest from 1,000 years ago on a midwinter night. You can almost hear the sound of a single drop of dew falling from a leaf onto the frozen ground. In this library, there is no room for the anxieties of your daily life. Here, only the moments that are eternal find a place. As you turn the pages of this book of light, you feel that time itself has come to a standstill. Your own small worries seem insignificant in the face of this vast cosmic archive. You feel your mind beginning to rest, bathing in the blue light of this sanctuary, finding a peace that is older than the world itself. Now, imagine a massive window in the center of the library. Through that window, you can see our blue planet, the Earth. From here, the Earth looks like a calm, glowing marble. You know that on that planet there is noise and movement, but from this height, the Earth appears to be in a deep, undisturbed slumber. It turns so slowly on its axis, like a celestial cradle rocking in the dark. Beside this great window stands a large, comfortable chair, cushioned with fabric as soft as lunar dust. You sit down. Your body merges into the soft seat. You feel every muscle, from your toes to your head, beginning to loosen and sag.
The purpose of this library is to transform all noise into silence. All the unnecessary thoughts inside your mind are now being carefully organized and placed on the library shelves, where they will no longer disturb you tonight. The air in the library is cool and incredibly pure. With every breath, you feel an ancient stillness entering your being. The books on the shelves are now closing by themselves. The particles of light are growing dim and soft. You notice that the ceiling of the library has opened up, merging with the open sky. The stars feel so close that you could reach out and touch them if you wished. Each star is like an ancient story. They look down at you as if to say, "Everything is all right. Rest now." You feel your eyelids becoming heavy. In this lunar library, you are no longer a reader. You are becoming a quiet story yourself. A story with no beginning and no end, only an eternal, unchanging peace. A faint scent surrounds you, coming from an incense burner placed in the corridor. It is not like sandalwood. It is the fragrance of the first rain on dry earth, a fragrance that has existed since life first began. This primal scent wraps around your nerves in a deep, hypnotic embrace. Your thoughts are now drifting like slow-moving clouds from one corner of the library to another. You no longer feel the weight of your body. You are like a part of the blue light of the library itself. The silver books around you are fading into a soft mist. Only the peaceful blue glow remains. You are sinking deep into that glow. There are no questions here and no answers. There is only the silence. Imagine through that great window, the Earth is now drifting further away. The blue planet is becoming a tiny, brilliant dot. Your world is now far from you. You are completely free. You have no responsibilities, no ties, and no burdens. You are losing yourself in the safe refuge of this cosmic library. Your breathing is now synchronized with the tides of the sea, in and out. You feel yourself falling. This library will be the guardian of your sleep all through the night. Its blue walls will protect your dreams. You are not moving towards darkness, but towards a profound light of stillness. The last lamp in the library is flickering out. The surroundings are not pitch black, but filled with a gentle gray peace. This gray peace tells your brain it is time. You are letting your existence dissolve into this universal silence. The door of the lunar library is slowly closing. You have now reached the first stage of deep sleep. There is no sound there, only tranquility. You are talking with the stars. You are merging with the dust of the moon. Sleep now. This vast silence of space is your companion. Sleep in peace.
The cosmic wind sailing through the stardust. Now, imagine that you have stepped away from the quiet shadows of the lunar library. You are no longer standing on the solid ground of the moon. You are rising, slowly and effortlessly. Your body has become as light as a handful of down feathers. The gravity of the earth released you long ago, and now even the moon's gentle pull is letting you go. You are floating in an infinite velvety void, but this void is not cold. It wraps around you like a warm, silken blanket. This is the cosmic wind. It is not like the wind on Earth. It is an invisible stream of light particles and energy flowing from distant stars. This stream is rocking you with a gentle, rhythmic motion. Imagine you are drifting on a vast, peaceful cosmic ocean without the need for a boat. Your hands, your legs, and your neck are completely relaxed. You have simply surrendered yourself to this current. All around you now are billions of tiny glowing specks. This is stardust. When ancient stars finish their long journey, they leave behind this silver and golden dust in the fabric of space. These particles are flowing past you in slow motion. As you move your hand, it feels as though you are reaching through a river of liquid diamonds. This stardust brushes against your skin, and as it passes, it washes away every trace of exhaustion. It feels as though every cell in your body is becoming a tiny star, bright, calm, and still. You are no longer a creature of the earth. You are a part of this magnificent universe. You can feel the cosmos holding you in its vast, gentle hands. You are completely safe. You are completely free. Look out into the distance. The constellations appear like great glowing islands. The massive river of the Milky Way is very close now. It looks like a river of milk flowing through the heart of space. You are drifting along the edge of this celestial river. Time here is millions of times slower than on Earth. Every moment feels like an entire age of peace. Your heartbeat has now synchronized with this cosmic rhythm. Your breath moves in and out in perfect harmony with the expansion and contraction of the universe. Within you, there are no thoughts, no plans, and no worries. The events of tomorrow mean nothing in the presence of these billion-year-old stars. You simply exist in this moment. You are simply flowing with the quiet current. Imagine a massive bluish nebula, a cloud of starlight and gas drifting slowly toward you. Its colors are so soft, it feels as if you have entered a watercolor painting. As you float through these veils of lavender, indigo, and pale rose, a sense of ultimate tranquility settles over you. There is no sound inside this cloud. It is a vast fortress made of soft light. You can hide yourself here. No noise from the world, no light from the sun, and no echoes of anxiety can reach you here. You are lying in the heart of this nebula. Your eyelids are so heavy now that you no longer wish to keep them open. The stardust is settling over your eyes like a veil of peace. Now, you feel yourself becoming smaller and smaller until you are just a tiny point of light within this vastness. This point is pure peace. You have no shape. You have no weight. You have merged with the cosmic wind. Wherever you go, there is peace. Whatever you touch, there is silence. The current of the wind is taking you now toward a deeper layer of darkness. This is not a frightening darkness. It is the darkness where new stars are born. It is the darkness of ultimate sanctuary. As you reach this place, you feel as though you have returned to your eternal home. The emptiness of space is not empty at all. It is a fullness of ancient grace. You are drifting away from the river of stars now. You are entering a region of absolute stillness where there are no galaxies, no suns, and no movement. Only an original, eternal silence. This silence is putting every nerve in your brain to sleep. You feel your mind becoming like a still lake. There are no ripples. There are no vibrations.
Your physical body has faded away. Only your consciousness remains, swaying with the cosmic wind, swaying and peace, swaying and sleep. You don't know where you are going, and you have no need to know. You only know that you are at rest. A very faint hum reaches your ears. It is not a sound, but the vibration of space itself, the primordial hum of the universe. This vibration creates a gentle resonance through your entire being. It is pulling you deeper and deeper into sleep. Your thoughts are flickering out, one by one, like fireflies at the end of the night. The most distant star is looking down at you, whispering a silent goodnight. You look into the eye of that star and slowly disappear. Your journey is coming to an end. You have reached the realm of ultimate sleep. The stardust has settled. The wind has stopped. There is only an eternal, profound slumber. Sleep now. You are not alone among the stars. You are one of them. This cosmic current will guard your dreams all through the night. Your soul is resting in the infinite peace of the heavens. You are at peace. You are asleep. You are free. Good night, cosmic traveler. Sleep, sleep in peace.
The Saturn rings, walking on the frozen light. Now, leave the open void behind and imagine you are approaching the most magnificent jewel of our solar system. Ahead of you, the planet Saturn hangs like a golden sphere in the velvet dark. But it is not the planet that draws you in, it is the rings. Vast, shimmering and wide, they stretch out like a frozen ocean of light, circling the planet in perfect, eternal balance. You are drifting down toward these rings. As you get closer, you realize they are not a solid floor, but a collection of billions of pieces of ice. Some are as small as a grain of sand, others as large as a house. They are pure, white, and translucent. You land softly, your feet touching a large, smooth fragment of ancient ice. It doesn't feel cold. It feels refreshing. It is a world made of frozen light. As you walk across this bridge of ice, listen to the silence. There is no air here to carry sound, but you can feel the faint, rhythmic vibration of the rings under your feet. It is the music of gravity. Every piece of ice is moving in perfect harmony with the others. There are no collisions, no chaos. Everything is following a path that was set millions of years ago. Look around you. The sunlight is hitting the ice at a sharp angle, breaking into a million tiny rainbows. The space between the rings is a deep, indigo void. You are walking on a path of diamonds in the middle of the night. Feel the crystalline purity of this place entering your mind. Your thoughts are becoming clear and sharp, then slowly melting away into the vast, white brilliance of the ice. Beyond the rings, you see the many moons of Saturn. They look like small glowing pearls scattered on a dark table. Each one has its own rhythm, its own story. But here, on the rings, time feels even slower. You are moving at thousands of miles per hour, yet because everything else is moving with you, it feels like absolute stillness. This is the secret of the rings, movement within stillness. Even though your life may have felt fast and chaotic today, deep down, you are part of a larger, calmer orbit. You are exactly where you need to be. Let go of the need to move forward. For now, just drift with the ice. Let the golden glow of Saturn wash over you, warming your spirit while the ice cools your mind. Now, find a place to rest on this floating island of ice.
The surface is smooth and contoured, fitting the shape of your body perfectly. Lay down and look up at the underside of the rings stretching above you like a translucent ceiling. You can see the stars through the ice, their light softened and diffused into a gentle glow. You feel the weight of your body pressing into the cool, firm surface. The ice is a shield, protecting you from the vastness of the space above. You are cradled in a belt of light. Every worry you had on Earth is now hundreds of millions of miles away. It cannot find you here among the crystals of Saturn. You are hidden in a labyrinth of reflection and shadow. As Saturn slowly turns beneath you, watch the shadows of the rings fall across the planet's golden clouds. It is a slow, silent theater of light. The shadows are long, dark ribbons. Imagine those ribbons are wrapping around your thoughts, gently tying them up and setting them aside. You don't need them tonight. Your breath is now as steady as the orbital mechanics of the rings. In and out. With every breath, you feel more synchronized with the frozen light. You are becoming a part of the ring system. You are a silent particle of ice, reflecting the sun, orbiting the gold, and existing in perfect, cold peace. The light is beginning to dim as you move into the shadow of the planet itself. This is the lunar eclipse of the rings. The brilliant white ice turns a deep royal blue, then a soft charcoal gray. The rainbows disappear, leaving only the velvet touch of the dark. This transition into shadow is the final call for sleep. Your mind is now as quiet as a frozen moon. The vibrations of the rings are fading into a low, soothing hum that vibrates in your chest. It is the lullaby of the spheres. The ice beneath you is no longer a solid thing. It feels like a cloud, carrying you deeper into the shadow of the giant planet. Now you are in the heart of Saturn's shadow. Here, the silence is so deep it feels like a physical presence. You are safe. You are tucked away in the most beautiful corner of the sky. The frozen light has done its work. It has cooled your fire. It has stilled your storm. You are no longer walking. You are no longer watching. You are simply being. The rings will continue to spin, the ice will continue to shine, but you are heading to a place where even light cannot follow. You are entering the dreamless dark. Sleep now among the diamonds of the sky. The golden planet watches over you. The ice cradles you. The silence heals you. You are home in the stars. Good night, traveler of the rings. Sleep in frozen, perfect peace.
The deep nebula, bathing in the colors of dreams. The voyagers rest, drifting beyond the edge. Now, imagine you are moving beyond the colorful clouds of the nebula. The glows of magenta and violet are fading behind you, becoming small, distant sparks in the rear view of your consciousness. You are heading toward the great void, the vast, empty space that lies between the galaxies. This is the quietest place in the entire universe. There are no suns here, no planets, and no light. There is only the infinite, warm, and protective dark. Think of this darkness not as an absence, but as a presence. It is like the velvet lining of a jeweler's box, soft and deep. As you enter this void, feel the last traces of your physical self dissolving. You are no longer a body. You are a voyager of the spirit. You are a vessel of peace, drifting through a sea of absolute nothingness. And in this nothingness, you find the most profound rest you have ever known. In the great void, there is no friction. There is nothing to resist your movement, yet there is no need to move. You are floating in a state of perfect inertia. Imagine a single drop of ink falling into a vast ocean of black water. That is how you are merging with the darkness. You are becoming part of the infinity. Every muscle in your face is now completely smooth. Your jaw is relaxed. Your tongue is heavy. Your eyelids feel as though they have been sealed with the weight of 1,000 years of peace. There is no light here to wake you. There is no sound here to startle you. You are in the safest room in the universe, a room with no walls, only the endless comforting night. Imagine you are looking back at the galaxy you just left. It looks like a tiny glowing spiral, a distant firefly in the dark. It is so far away now that the millions of lives, the thousands of wars, and the endless noise of that galaxy cannot reach you. All the history of the world is just a faint, flickering light on the horizon. From this distance, you realize how small everything is. Your worries, your to-do lists, your yesterday and your tomorrow, they are all contained in that tiny, distant spark. And you are here, in the vastness, far beyond its reach. You are an observer of the silence. You are a guest of the void. Feel the immense relief of being truly, completely unreachable. The temperature of this void is not cold. It is the temperature of your own soul. It is a neutral, balanced state where you feel neither warmth nor chill. You are in perfect equilibrium with the cosmos. The hum of the universe that you heard in the nebula has now faded into a subsonic pulse. It is so low that you don't hear it with your ears. You feel it in your very core. Thump, thump, thump. It is the heartbeat of the void. It is slow, steady, and inevitable. Let your own heart slow down to match this cosmic beat. There is no rush. There is nowhere else to be. You have reached the edge of everything, and now you are simply drifting beyond it. Visualize a heavy black curtain being drawn across your mind. Behind this curtain, there are no images, there are no memories. There is only a smooth, dark surface, like a mirror in a dark room. You are looking into this mirror, and you see nothing but the peace of the night. You are sinking deeper into the velvet. It feels as though you are falling through the layers of a deep, dark lake, but you can breathe perfectly. The water is the void, and it is washing over your mind, cleaning away the last dust of your thoughts. You are becoming empty, and in that emptiness, you are becoming full of sleep. You are a vessel being filled with the heavy, dark wine of slumber. The distant galaxy has now disappeared. There is no light left anywhere.
You are in the heart of the great silence. This is the place where time stops. There is no before and there is no after. There is only the eternal now of sleep. You are a voyager who has finally reached the end of the journey. There are no more stars to visit. There are no more moons to orbit. The voyage is over. You have reached the great rest. The darkness is holding you so closely that you cannot tell where you end and the void begins. You are one with the night. You are one with the silence. You are home. Let go of the last thread of consciousness. It is a thin silver string, and you are simply letting it slip from your fingers. As it falls away, you feel a final wave of relaxation wash over you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. You are untethered. You are drifting. You are gone. The void is your mother. The darkness is your father. The silence is your bed. You are sleeping in the cradle of the infinite. Nothing can wake you. Nothing can disturb you. You are deep, deep within the voyager's rest. Sleep now. Drift beyond the edge. The dark is your friend. The dark is your peace. Good night, voyager. Sleep in the heart of the void.
The dawn of dreams, returning to the inner landscape. You have drifted in the great void, far beyond the reach of stars and the noise of the world. Now, imagine that within that deep protective darkness, a new light is beginning to stir. It is not the harsh light of the sun, but a soft, internal glow, the light of your own imagination. You are beginning to descend back toward the center of your being, moving from the infinite space of the universe into the sacred space of your dreams. As you move, the darkness starts to feel like soft, warm water. You are floating through a sea of memories that have no weight. See them as small, glowing bubbles rising from the depths. They are not thoughts to be analyzed. They are simply colors, feelings, and sensations. A flicker of a childhood garden, the scent of rain on a summer afternoon, the distant sound of a familiar song. These are the building blocks of your dreams, and they are here to welcome you home. Visualize a path appearing before you, made of soft, glowing mist. This path leads to a garden that exists only for you, your inner landscape. As you step onto this path, the silence of the void is replaced by the most delicate sounds. The whisper of wind through silver leaves, the chime of water falling into a marble pool. This is the place where your mind goes to heal. This is the place where your spirit is renewed. Every step you take on this path makes you feel more relaxed, more centered. The ground beneath you feels like velvet moss, cool and damp. You are walking toward a temple of sleep at the heart of this garden. It is a structure made of light and shadow, with high arches that reach toward a sky filled with soft purple clouds. This is your sanctuary. No one can enter this place without your invitation. Here, you are the creator, the dreamer, and the soul. As you enter the temple of your dreams, you see a bed made of the softest silk and the lightest down. It is positioned under a dome that shows the slow rotation of the stars you visited earlier. Lay down now within your own mind. Feel the absolute safety of this place. The air is filled with the scent of lavender and ancient cedar, a fragrance that signals to your brain that it is time to let go of the last remnants of reality. Your breath is now a slow, rhythmic tide, pulling you deeper into the mattress of your imagination. In and out. You are no longer watching the stars, you are becoming the dream itself. The walls of the temple are beginning to dissolve, turning into a landscape of rolling hills,
quiet forests, and calm seas. You are free to wander through these lands, weightless and invisible, a voyager of the night. Think of a dream you've always loved. Perhaps it's the feeling of flying over a golden field or sitting by a fire in a cabin in the woods. Begin to build that dream now, brick by brick, sensation by sensation. Feel the warmth of the fire on your skin. Hear the crackle of the wood. See the way the light dances on the ceiling. This is your playground. This is your reward for the day that has passed. The logic of the world has no power here. In your inner landscape, you can move through walls, you can speak to the stars, and you can swim through the air. Let the boundaries of your mind expand. There is no right or wrong way to dream. There is only the flow. Let yourself go with that flow. You are a boat being carried by a river of silver light, moving deeper into the forest of the subconscious. The colors around you are becoming more vivid, yet softer. The greens of the trees are deep and mossy. The blues of the water are like liquid sapphires. You are sinking into the very fabric of this world. Your physical body is now just a distant memory, a heavy anchor that you have left behind on the shore. You are pure awareness, drifting through the architecture of your own soul. Every breath you take now is a step deeper into the dream. The sounds of my voice are becoming like the rustle of leaves or the hum of a distant bee. They are becoming a part of your landscape. You don't need to listen to the words anymore. You only need to feel the vibration of safety, the vibration of rest. You are sinking into the soft, welcoming arms of your own imagination. The temple of sleep is now far behind you. You are deep in the heart of the dream forest. The trees here are old and wise, and their branches are heavy with the weight of stars. You find a clearing where the grass is made of moonlight. You lie down one last time, closing your eyes within your dream. This is the sleep within a sleep. This is the ultimate rest. Everything is becoming blurred. The images are turning into feelings. The feelings are turning into a deep, wordless peace. You are the forest. You are the moonlight. You are the dream. There is no you left to stay awake. There is only the vast, beautiful, and healing world of the night. Sleep now in the landscape of your heart. The stars are watching. The garden is safe. The dream is beginning. You have returned to the source. You have found the light within the dark. Good night, dreamer of the inner world. Sleep and dream in perfect peace.
The ancient forest, roots of the earth. The river of time, flowing into the eternal. Imagine that the roots of the forest have gently let you go, and you find yourself resting on a small wooden raft. This raft is floating on a wide, silver river that winds through the heart of the ancient valley. The water is deep, clear, and perfectly still on the surface, moving with a hidden, powerful momentum. This is the river of time, and it is carrying you toward the eternal sea of sleep. There are no oars on this raft. There are no sails. You do not need to steer, and you do not need to paddle. The river knows exactly where to take you. Lay back on the smooth, weathered wood of the raft. Look up at the sky, where the stars are mirrored in the water around you. You are floating between two heavens, one above and one below. You are suspended in a world of silver and shadow. Listen to the sound of the water against the side of the raft, lapping, splashing, flowing. It is a constant, repetitive melody that washes over your mind like a soft cloth. Every wave that touches the wood is taking a piece of your remaining thoughts and carrying them downstream. A memory of the morning, gone. A plan for tomorrow, swept away. The river is a master of letting go. It doesn't hold on to the banks, it simply moves past them. As you drift, notice the trees on the banks passing by like silent ghosts. They are moving backward while you are moving forward into the night. You feel a sense of profound relief. You are no longer responsible for the passage of time. The river is doing the work for you. You are just a passenger on the back of the water. Feel the gentle side-to-side rocking of the raft. It is the most natural cradle in the world. The river is widening now. The banks are moving further away, disappearing into a soft purple haze. You are entering a place where the water becomes even calmer, even slower. The current is so gentle now that it feels like you are stationary, but the stars reflecting in the water tell you that you are still moving. You are moving toward the great ocean. Think of your life as a series of streams and rapids that have finally reached this wide, peaceful river. All the energy, all the noise, and all the splashing of the day have smoothed out. You are becoming as flat and as calm as the water itself. Your breath is now a soft ripple on the surface, in and out. The air over the river is cool and mist-filled, dampening the last fires of your consciousness. The raft is passing under a bridge made of moonlight. For a moment you are in a tunnel of silver light, and then you emerge into a vast open space where the river meets the sea. The water changes here. It becomes saltier, deeper, and even more rhythmic. This is the boundary of the known world. Beyond this lies the infinite ocean of the subconscious. You feel the raft dissolving beneath you, but you do not sink. You are the water. You are the river. You are the sea. You are merging with the source of all things. The boundaries of your body are disappearing into the cool, dark depths. You are expanding, spreading out across the horizon, becoming a part of the global tide. There is no more you. There is only the flow. In the deep ocean of sleep, there are no storms. There are no waves. A mile below the surface, the water is as still as a mountain. Imagine yourself sinking slowly into those depths. It is a warm, dark, and silent world. The light from the surface is fading, turning from silver to blue, then to a deep, velvety black. You are descending into the heart of the eternal. This is the place where time stops. There is no clock in the deep ocean. There is only the pulse of the earth and the slow, heavy movement of the currents. You are being held in the largest embrace in existence. The pressure of the water is a comfort, a heavy blanket that keeps you perfectly still. You are safe. You are silent. You are submerged in peace. The river has brought you home. Every drop of water that was once a part of your day has now found its way to the ocean. You are whole again. You are complete.
The movement has stopped, and the rest has begun. The water is your bed, and the silence is your song. Let your mind go now. Let the last bubble of thought rise to the surface and pop, leaving nothing but the dark, quiet water. You are sinking, sinking into the deep. You are flowing, flowing into the eternal. Good night, traveler of the river. Sleep in the depths of the sea.
The Crystal Cave. Echoes of stillness. Imagine you have drifted from the deep ocean and found yourself in the hidden heart of a mountain. You are standing at the entrance of a vast crystal cave. The air here is the purest you have ever breathed. It is cool, crisp, and completely still. There is no wind here, no weather, and no seasons. It is a sanctuary of stone, millions of years in the making. As you step forward, the light of your own quiet consciousness reflects off the walls. The cave is lined with giant crystals, amethyst, quartz, and celestite reaching down from the ceiling like frozen stars. They are sharp, clean, and beautiful. You are walking on a floor of warm, smooth sand that muffles every vibration. Here, even the sound of your own heartbeat seems to echo with a rhythmic, musical quality. Look at the walls around you. The crystals are growing so slowly that to the human eye, they are motionless. Yet, they are alive with a slow, geological energy. Reach out and touch a large, clear quartz pillar. It feels cold and incredibly smooth. As you press your palm against the stone, you feel your own frantic energy being absorbed by the crystal. The stone is teaching you how to be still. It is teaching you that there is power in silence and strength in patience. Every thought you have left is like a rough stone. Imagine placing those stones on the cave floor. One by one, the crystals begin to grow over them, encasing your worries in layers of beautiful translucent mineral. Your problems are becoming part of the mountain. They are becoming ancient, silent, and immovable. You are being cleared of all clutter. You are becoming as transparent and as pure as the quartz around you. In the center of the cave, there is a small, glowing pool of water. It is perfectly circular and as still as a mirror. This is the water of stillness. Walk toward it and look at your reflection. You don't see a tired person. You see a silhouette of light. You see a being that is part of the earth and part of the stars. Sit by the edge of this pool. The silence here is so deep that you can hear the faint ping of a single drop of water falling from a stalactite into the pool. Drip, pause, ring. The sound ripples out in perfect circles. Then the surface becomes a mirror once again. Your mind is like this pool. One thought may drop in, create a small ripple, and then it vanishes. The stillness returns. The mirror is unbroken. Lay down on the soft sand beside the pool. The crystals above you are pulsing with a very faint violet light. This light is a frequency that calms the nerves and slows the brain waves. You feel a sense of solidifying into rest. You are no longer fluid like the river. You are becoming stable like the mountain. Your bones feel like the limestone. Your mind feels like the amethyst. The cave is a womb of stone. It is the most protected place on earth. Thousands of tons of rock lie between you and the world above.
The storms of the surface, the heat of the sun, and the noise of the cities cannot penetrate this depth. You are in the core of the world's peace. You are safe. You are hidden. You are at rest. The violet light is growing dimmer now. The echoes in the cave are softening, becoming a low, hummed lullaby that resonates through the mountain. You are sinking into the sand, feeling it conform to your shape. You are a fossil of peace, being preserved for a night of perfect, undisturbed slumber. There is nothing left to hear. There is nothing left to see. The crystals are closing their eyes of light. The pool is a dark mirror. The mountain is holding its breath. You are the silence of the cave. You are the stillness of the stone. The journey through the light and the water has led you here, to the center of the earth, to the place where nothing changes, to the place where sleep is as solid as a diamond. Good night, dweller of the mountain. Sleep in the echoes of stillness.
The Crystal Cave. Echoes of Stillness. Imagine you have drifted from the deep ocean and found yourself in the hidden heart of a mountain. You are standing at the entrance of a vast crystal cave. The air here is the purest you have ever breathed. It is cool, crisp, and completely still. There is no wind here, no weather, and no seasons. It is a sanctuary of stone, millions of years in the making. As you step forward, the light of your own quiet consciousness reflects off the walls. The cave is lined with giant crystals, amethyst, quartz, and celestite, reaching down from the ceiling like frozen stars. They are sharp, clean, and beautiful. You are walking on a floor of smooth white sand that muffles every vibration. Here, even the sound of your own heartbeat seems to echo with a rhythmic, musical quality. Look at the walls around you. The crystals are growing so slowly that to the human eye they are motionless, yet they are alive with a slow geological energy. Reach out and touch a large, clear quartz pillar. It feels cold and incredibly smooth. As you press your palm against the stone, you feel your own frantic energy being absorbed by the crystal. The stone is teaching you how to be still. It is teaching you that there is power in silence and strength in patience. Every thought you have left is like a rough stone. Imagine placing those stones on the cave floor. One by one, the crystals begin to grow over them, encasing your worries in layers of beautiful, translucent mineral. Your problems are becoming part of the mountain. They are becoming ancient, silent, and immovable. You are being cleared of all clutter. You are becoming as transparent and as pure as the quartz around you. In the center of the cave, there is a small, glowing pool of water. It is perfectly circular and as still as a mirror. This is the water of stillness. Walk toward it and look at your reflection. You don't see a tired person. You see a silhouette of light. You see a being that is part of the earth and part of the stars. Sit by the edge of this pool. The silence here is so deep that you can hear the faint ping of a single drop of water falling from a stalactite into the pool. Drip, pause, ring. The sound ripples out in perfect circles, then the surface becomes a mirror once again. Your mind is like this pool. One thought may drop in, create a small ripple, and then it vanishes. The stillness returns. The mirror is unbroken. Lay down on the bed of soft sand beside the pool. The crystals above you are pulsing with a very faint violet light. This light is a frequency that calms the nerves and slows the brain waves. You feel a sense of solidifying into rest. You are no longer fluid like the river. You are becoming stable like the mountain.
Your bones feel like the limestone. Your mind feels like the amethyst. The cave is a womb of stone. It is the most protected place on Earth. Thousands of tons of rock lie between you and the world above. The storms of the surface, the heat of the sun, and the noise of the cities cannot penetrate this depth. You are in the core of the world's peace. You are safe. You are hidden. You are at rest. The violet light is growing dimmer now. The echoes in the cave are softening, becoming a low hummed lullaby that resonates through the mountain. You are sinking into the sand, feeling it conform to your shape. You are a fossil of peace, being preserved for a night of perfect, undisturbed slumber. There is nothing left to hear. There is nothing left to see. The crystals are closing their eyes of light. The pool is a dark mirror. The mountain is holding its breath. You are the silence of the cave. You are the stillness of the stone. The journey through the light and the water has led you here, to the center of the earth, to the place where nothing changes, to the place where sleep is as solid as a diamond. Good night, dweller of the mountain. Sleep in the echoes of stillness.
The velvet descent. The final gravity. The mountain has sheltered you, and the crystals have stilled your mind. Now, imagine the floor of the cave slowly turning into a soft, dark velvet. You are no longer standing or lying on solid ground. You are beginning a slow, gentle descent through the layers of the night. This is the velvet descent. It is a fall without fear, a movement so slow it feels like a dream of flying in reverse. You are sinking through layers of soft, dark fabric. Each layer is a deeper shade of rest. The first layer is the color of twilight, a soft, hazy gray. As you pass through it, you feel the last bit of tension leave your toes. They become heavy, limp, and warm. You are falling deeper, deeper into the velvet. The second layer is a deep indigo. It is the color of the sky just before the stars appear. As you drift through this layer, the heaviness moves up your legs, through your calves, and into your knees. Your legs feel like logs of ancient wood, sinking into a deep, dark lake. You couldn't move them even if you tried, and the best part is, you have no desire to. You are surrendering to the final gravity. The third layer is a rich midnight blue. This is the layer of the breath. As you pass through it, your chest becomes heavy and warm. Your breathing is no longer something you do, it is something that happens to you. It is a slow, rhythmic wave that carries you further down. Every exhale is a release. Every inhale is a gift of peace. You are sinking deeper and deeper. Now you reach the fourth layer, the layer of absolute black. But this is not an empty black. It is a velvet black, thick and plush. It wraps around your shoulders like a heavy, weighted blanket. It presses down on your arms, smoothing out your palms and relaxing every single finger. Your hands are open, empty, and still. They have finished their work for the day. They are resting in the velvet. You are now in the heart of the descent. The world above is gone. The stars, the trees, the river, they are all beautiful memories fading into the distance. There is only the sensation of falling into softness. You are a leaf falling through a dark forest at night, landing on a bed of moss that never ends. The gravity here is a loving force.
a hand that is pulling you toward the center of your own peace. The fifth layer is the layer of the mind. It is a charcoal gray, silent and vast. As you pass through it, the last flicker of your thoughts goes out. It is like a candle being blown out in a large, empty room. The smoke curls up and vanishes, leaving only the scent of the dark. Your mind is now a blank screen, a velvet curtain that has been closed for the night. There is no one behind the curtain. There is only the silence. You are approaching the bottom of the descent now. But the bottom is not a hard floor. It is a sea of down feathers, 1,000,000 miles deep. You are about to touch the surface of the deepest sleep. You can feel the warmth of it rising up to meet you. It is a heavy, sweet, and ancient sleep. It is the sleep of the earth, the sleep of the stones, the sleep of the stars. One more inch, one more second of falling. You are so heavy now that you have become the gravity itself. You are the pull. You are the rest. You are the night. You have reached the final layer, the layer of the eternal now. There is no more movement. There is only the being. The velvet has closed over your head. You are tucked away in the folds of the universe. You are safe. You are warm. You are gone into the deep. Good night, voyager of the descent. Sleep in the final gravity.
The absolute zero, the end of the journey. You have fallen through the velvet. You have passed through the layers of the night. And now you have arrived at the center of the center, the place where all motion stops, the place where the heat of the day has been completely extinguished. This is the absolute zero. It is not cold. It is the absence of friction. It is the perfect stillness of a universe at rest. In this place, there are no more colors. There are no more shapes. There are no more directions. You are not here or there. You simply are. Imagine the last vibration of your physical being slowing down, reaching a point of perfect, crystalline stillness. Your pulse is a slow, rhythmic ghost. Your breath is a silent mist. You have reached the destination. Think of a clock that has finally stopped ticking. The gears are at rest. The hands are still. The tension in the spring has been fully released. This is your mind now. The machinery of thought has been powered down. The lights in the windows of your consciousness have been turned off, one by one. The building is empty. The city is quiet. The world is gone. You are a single drop of water that has fallen into the center of a frozen lake. You have become the ice. You are solid peace. You are immovable rest. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing left to be. The journey that started with the phases of the moon and the tides of the sea has reached its conclusion in this silent, dark, and perfect zero. Everything is balanced. Everything is equal. The weight of your body is equal to the weight of the air. The silence of your mind is equal to the silence of the void. You are floating in a state of perfect grace. The universe is not outside of you anymore. You are the universe, and the universe is asleep. Listen to the final echo of my voice. It is becoming a part of the silence. It is no longer a sound. It is just a feeling of safety, a feeling that you are held, a feeling that it is okay to let go of the last thread. The silver string is gone. The anchor is gone. You are adrift in the infinite. stillness, deep, deep stillness. You are the shadow of a mountain. You are the bottom of the sea. You are the gap between the stars. You are the sleep that has no dreams. You are the peace that has no end. Let the darkness take the rest. Let the silence have the last word. The journey is over. The rest is eternal. The sleep is here. Sleep. Sleep. Now.